Once upon a time, three little engines lived in their own little shed on their own little road. Duke was brown, Falcon blue, and Stuart's green. Duke was the oldest. He had been the first engine on the line, and named after the Duke of Soda. He was proud of this, and wanted everything just so. Whenever the others did anything they shouldn't, he would say, "That would never suit his grace." Other engines came and went, but Duke outlasted them all. Stuart and Falcon used to call him Granpuff. Duke was fond of this, and tried to keep him in order. They were fond of him too, as he was so wise and kind, but they did get tired of hearing about his grace, his grace, his grace. Sometimes they would wink at each other and chant solemnly, "Engines come and engines go, Granpuff goes on forever." "You impertinent scallywags," Duke would say indignantly. "Whatever are you young engines coming in nowadays? Never mind, Granpuff, we're only young ones. Wear your bets in mind. Unless you want to end up like Stanley, the original number 2. "Oh, Granpuff, whatever happened?" Number 2 was American and very cocky. He wrote roughly and often came off the rails. "I warned him to be careful. Listen, dumb. In the States, we don't give a damn for fuel spills." "We do here," Duke said, but Stanley just laughed. But he did laugh when the manager took away his wheels and said he was going to make him useful at last. Why? What did he do? He turned him into a pumping engine. That's why. He's still there, behind our shed. Stuart and Falcon were unusually good for several days. Stuart and Falcon became useful engines, and all three were happy together for many years. But hard times came. The mines closed one by one. And the engines had little to do. At last, their line closed, and people came to buy the engines. "We'll take Stuart and Falcon," they said, but no one wanted Duke. They thought him too old. "Cheer up, Granpuff. We'll find a nice rally for you, and then you can keep those in order." Duke's driver and fireman oiled and greased him one last time. They sheeted him snugly and said goodbye. They had to go away to find work. Duke was alone, locked up in the shed. "Where's his grace? It's not like him to forget me." But his grace had been killed in the war, and the new Duke, a boy, hadn't heard of his engine. "Oh well, I'll go to sleep. This'll help pass the time." Years passed. Winter torrents washed soil from the hills within the shed. Trees and bushes grew all around. You wouldn't have known a shed was there, let alone a little engine asleep inside it. Have you guessed about Stuart and Falcon? Yes, you're quite right. They came to the Scarlet Rally. The Think Controller gave them new coats and new names. Stuart's became Peter Sam, and Falcon Sir Handel. They preferred the new names. That was a long time ago, but they never forgot Granpuff. And often talked about him whenever alone. They were excited to hear that the Duke was coming to Scarlet and Renee's 100th birthday, but most disappointed with the Duke who actually came, for he was only a man. But we must say no more, or we'll spoil the next story.